All right, guys, so what's going on? This is Cleanpin, and we're looking at part 2 now. Cleanpin Wrestling News, Rumors, Speculation, AEW, WE, NWA, all things wrestling. Subscribe if you haven't had the chance to do so. It would really mean a lot to me. So I already put up, you already have seen part 1. Let's go into part 2. Couple of things. Mauro Ranallo has announced that he is done with NXT. And it's a shame. Mauro Ranallo, I believe, is just, to me, someone who, how can I explain this, who was there, called some great matches, and now is not there. Like, I don't know, like, I felt like there were so many stops and starts in his WWE career. Now, I know, mental illness is a huge thing. It's a disease, and it gets the better of you. It's hard. I don't know. I just feel like it kind of took away his WWE career. Like, I think it could have been so much better. Like, I think he was, to me, when you think WWE, you think JR. To me, he was that guy that would be the new JR. Right? The new guy that you would associate WWE with. And, let's be honest, not everyone watches NXT. Very few people watch NXT. It's a fact. It's been proven, and it's out there. When you listen to other podcasts, when you see these new people debut, a lot of them don't even know who said person is. So, and he has done a lot of things. He's a voice that's been out there, and he's been able to make people more aware of mental illness, and he's definitely spread the word, and WWE has allowed him to be that platform. But I don't know, like, again, like, I just think that it had something to do with how far he was able to go in the WWE. Like, I think there was so much more from Mauro Ranallo, and it just kind of, he was there. Just think that he could have left a greater impact. But again, this is me. This is my 2 cents. And at the end of the day, what does my 2 cents mean? Mauro Ranallo was, maybe in his mind, he's done, he left an imprint. And I guess really that's all that matters. Not what some YouTuber who can't even get 300 subs, what he says, and what does it mean at the end of the day, right? Just my 2 cents. There was talk about Wade Barrett coming back to more specifically NXT. And apparently this is a contract that is only meant to be as an announcer. You know, Wade Barrett, I seen him in NWA. Impressed. Very knowledgeable. Of course, he was a wrestler. Student of the game. Definitely hold his own commentating. And why not? You know, when you look at him, you know, he kind of he was on the recent NXTs here just to kind of get a feeler of you know, just to get a feeling of his commentating. Like the NXT, he was good. That matchup that led up to the NXT before the Iron Man, and then he kind of he was very good, very enthused. And then the recent NXT, which was the Iron Man, I don't know, that was hard to watch. It felt like it was complete a bore. So it felt like he was really dialed back and really not really at his 100%. So I don't know what was off. It just felt like he was off the second showing on NXT. I don't know, maybe that's maybe it's the fact of trying to call an 1 hour Iron Man match, which makes it difficult. You know, listen, that was brutal to watch, the NXT hour. I don't know, Vic Joseph, the commentating, I don't know, if Wade Barrett comes back, signs with NXT, just when what he did that first episode of NXT was great, phenomenal. A different voice, because the whole announce team as a whole, they just sound the same to me. You know what I mean? Everything sounds the same. Everything sounds vanilla. So I hope, you know, because in NWA, Wade Barrett, Stu Bennett had a different, you know, he held his own in commentating, and he sounds different than the WWE announcers do. They all sound the same. Commentating, it's been, geez. It's been geez. But, you know, Wade Barrett, I could still see him wrestling eventually. He's still in shape. I really do not know, if he in fact does wrestle. Maybe commentating. He looks at it differently than wrestling, because, you know, in wrestling wise, I know he was critical about certain things, about creative and this and that. So I don't know if he would be back there, you know, wrestling. Maybe announcing is differently, but you know, that's something that Vince McMahon has his hands in. McMahon has his hands in everything. So it'll be interesting to see how that would unfold if Wade Barrett were to ever wrestle. And I think he's not done wrestling. He's getting up there in age, though. I think he's 30. If I'm 39, he's probably 37, 38. So he's up there with me. But again, he's been not really wrestling at all. So he is fresh and you know, ready and in good shape, I'm sure. Rusev recently, you know, on a Twitch or a YouTube combined Twitch, I think it was Twitch, said that he has no ill will towards WWE. He has got, he's thankful he got to live out his dream. He met his wife there, and he's traveled the world, and they made him a household name. Nothing was a guarantee, and they didn't have to push him when they did and do everything that they did. Heck, they could have released him as soon as he got there. So no ill will, and bravo, congratulations to Rusev in that. No hard feelings. They've made him a ton of money. He's got a ton of money. He's living a life of luxury now, which has given him the opportunity of where he does not have to be working, or where does he's made a living where he does not have to be working right away, where he does not have to be applying for jobs at Target or Walmart, or sitting behind a desk. So he could Twitch and stream now all he wants. So that's a plus. Bravo to Rusev, and listen, no hard feelings. Like he said, no hard feelings. If you told him from where his family came from, and I think they all were immigrants, that this is what he would be doing and that he would be successful at it, they'll be like, wow, what a great life. What a great life. And he's still relatively been injury free. And now, he traveled the world, met his wife. Sure, there are frustrations in a job. But, there are frustrations and anger. You're not, anyone that has been, even if you're in a job, you're in a, doing a job, you're with a certain company for X amount of years, and you have longevity, you stay there forever. Just because you stay there forever does not mean that you don't have some frustrations or some anger. Or everything's not a bed of roses, which he said, and he admits not everything's a bed of roses, but for the most part, like he said, everything was good. So bravo to Rusev for being honest and not crapping on things, which a lot of wrestlers think. Crapping on things, it's the best thing to do. Eric Young, new TNA World Champion. I don't know if that's the best thing to do with Eddie Edwards just winning the title. Eric Young, I don't think needs it. I think Eddie Edwards needed it the most.